Welcome, guys. As you know, today is World Rabies Day. So we would like to spread some awareness about this disease. To improve our knowledge, we are today joined by Dr. Payal. Welcome, Dr. Payal.
Thank you, Vipul.
Dr. Payal, what is rabies and how it is transmitted?
So, rabies is a zoonotic disease transmitted from animals to humans. Rabies is caused by an animal bite of a rabid animal through their saliva. So the animals are dogs, cats, wolves, jackals, and wild rodents like rats.
Okay, so rabies is a zoonotic disease. That means it spreads from animal to human. Now the next question is, how does one treat animal bite, and what should not be done with an animal bite wound?
Okay. If a person is bitten by a rabid animal or so what you can do, the first is local treatment of the bite area. So we have to clean the wound with the soap or water for at least 15 minutes. If the soap is not available, then you can wash the wound with water also. And the next step is you have to chemically treat it with the alcohol or iodine solution. Later, if the wound bite is big and requires suturing, then actually we don't recommend suturing the bite area. But it is required, then you can give the patient. If the bite area is too big and requires suturing, then first you have to inoculate the immunoglobulins, and after 1 or 2 days, you can give a minimal sutures.
Okay, so
And what
to
could not be done is we don't recommend packing the wound area or applying bandages over the area, as this will further inoculate the virus into the healthy tissues.
okay, so if we get an animal bite, first thing we need to do is to clean it with soap water. So the next question is, what are the sign and symptoms of rabies in humans?
The sign and symptoms of the rabies in humans are the as it is a viral disease, so the patient will have a fever, malaise, body ache, a sore throat for 2 to 3 days, and this is during the prodromal stage, and pain and itching at the site of wound bite. And later, when the virus reaches to the CNS system, the patient will develop sensory and motor symptoms. Like the patient will have a fear of water, fear of bright light, fear of noise, and the patient becomes very angry and irritable and sometimes depressive also.
Okay, Dr. Payal, I would like to know, is rabies always fatal, or is there any specific treatment for a rabies patient?
Yeah. Rabies is always fatal case, but we cannot treat it. For like there are only 7 cases throughout the world where the rabies patient are surviving. How like what we can do is we can prevent the disease as soon as you get a bite. You can take a post exposure prophylaxis, which includes a 4 dose regimen. uh, like a we can take a 4 dose regimen, which includes a point 1 ml point 1 ml dose on each side of on each deltoid on the days 0, 3, 7, and 28. This is the updated Thai Red Cross regimen, which is mostly used in facilities. And the other regimens are Isen regimen and Zagreb regimen, which are intramuscular regimens.
Okay, so if you get rabies, there is no specific treatment. So what can you do to prevent rabies is to, after any animal bite, you can take the post-exposure prophylaxis, which is of 4 doses. So, if there is no specific treatment for rabies patient, what can we do to improve their to decrease their suffering?
Okay, as we all know, there is no specific treatment once the rabies develops. So what we can do is we can provide the patient intensive care. Which includes keeping the patient comfortable to reduce the physical pain and the emotional upsets. What we have to do is we can keep the patient in a quiet room, as the patient is very intolerant to the bright light, noise, and even a cold air can disturb the patient. So it is better to keep him in a quiet room. And for the pain, we can give the patient sedatives like diazepam and chlorpromazine. And if the pain is more, then we can give the patient morphines also. And also in the later stages of rabies, the patient develops muscle spasm. So even while swallowing, the patient will have difficulty. So we have to give the patient fluids intravenously.
Okay, Dr. Payal. So, why it is also called hydrophobia?
Yeah. When the as we said earlier, the patient will involve the rabies virus will involve nervous system. So it will affect on the sensory system. So the patient will have a fear of water. So it is also known as a hydrophobia. And the patient will have a fear of cold air. So it is also known as a aerophobia. So mainly the hydrophobia is a pathognomic of a rabies disease. So it is also known as a hydrophobia.
So the next question is, under what condition do we have to take anti-rabies vaccine after bitten?
Okay. So there are three categories of under which we will decide whether you have to take vaccine or not. So the first category, if the animal licks your intact skin while feeding or playing with it, then you don't require the vaccine. And the second category, if there are minor abrasions or scratches on the intact skin, then you have to take only the rabies vaccine. And third category, if there are single or multiple bites which causing the broken skin, or there are leaks on the broken skin, and there is bleeding, then you have to take the vaccine, as well as you have to take the immunoglobulin also.
Okay, so there are three categories of bites, and the prevention or treatment depends on which category of bite it is. Do we have to take vaccine against rabies if we are bitten by a vaccinated dog?
Actually, according to guidelines, there is no need if the dog is vaccinated prior. But as we do not check up on the dog whether the labels are correct or not, so it is advisable to take the post-exposure prophylaxis even if the dog is vaccinated.
Okay. What can be done for rabies prevention and control?
Okay. Whenever you get a pet or animal in your house, so it is advised that you immunize your dog or your pet. So this immunization regimen contains the first dose is given within first 3 months of the. Yeah. So it is advised to immunize your dog or pet animals. So it includes the first dose is taken within 3 months, and the second dose is taken at 9 months, and then you have to annually given the booster doses. And as for humans, so we can take pre-exposure prophylaxis, which includes a 3-dose regimen that is given at the day 0, day 7, and day 21 or day 28.
Okay, so if you are exposed to animals or you are veterinarian, you can take a pre-exposure prophylaxis of 3 doses. Thank you, Dr. Payal, for telling us a lot about rabies. Thank you for coming this session.
Okay, thank you, Biplab, for inviting me.